Right, where was I? So violin. Right, what was it saying to me? High pass around 100. Quite high, obviously, because it's I don't think that's cutting anything off, is it? But if you do play any low notes later, that might make a difference. Right, so let's not have that whining away in our ears. Okay, 400, so a cut of 400 as well. Make that a little narrower. Cut at 400, the kind of mud zone. Still sounds okay, good. Boosts at 7. Well, that's doing that already, so that's okay. Maybe I won't put those super high cut. Like I was saying earlier, maybe we'll leave some of that. Okay, fine, that's that. So it's now suggesting I add soothe, which we'll have here. What's it saying? Right, I can remove the shrill build up. Okay, so I'll have a listen to it first off. This is just as it is. D shrill violin. Sounds really good. Bypass it quickly. I'm barely noticing any change. Maybe I'll add the depth a little more. Sounds pretty good to me. Right. Bit of compression. Use the Sonable Smart Compressor. Let that run in the background while I'm reading what it suggests. Okay, so 2.1. Keep it light. Okay, so it says general violins, keep it nice and light, a slow attack. So let's whack that back up a bit. And release slow as well. Oh, release the musical tempo, it says. No, I'm not going to figure that out just now. And about 1 to 2 decibels. Gain reduction. Okay, well that's capping that off. Still sounds pretty good. See how it sits with the cello and the bass. Okay, I'm liking that so far, so... So, as usual, right, I have a slightly odd section here, but again, right, some of it is legato, long notes played, and some of it is staccato, quick notes played. So. So I'll be more inclined at the moment to mix it for the long notes, I think. Okay, right, so we've already got, so I might have mentioned again before, but I have ozone and I tend to build out little preset, my own presets for different instruments, set frequency ranges, all that kind of stuff, blah 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 blah. And I've already got that on, so that's kind of doing its thing. However, and I've also obviously started one of these. It's my cue, which says so low pass 80. Okay. Drop the low pass from 80. 180 hertz, it says do a little increase. Where's 180? Up here, so. Hello? No. Down there, isn't it? Okay. Again, it's so weird. So when you're writing for as long as I have, you get so used to sitting inside a loop, it just doesn't bother you. You're not even really aware of it, not even really listening to it. And it's only when you watch a video back and you realise that someone else is trying to sit there while this loop is going round and round in the head. Must drive you bloody mad! Right, anyway, so 180, so we've got a little up on 180 by +0.1. 1.6 there, 300 drop by 1.4. Well, it looks like it probably. No, stop adding things. 300, yeah, that's. I mean, it's already pretty far down, so I'm not gonna worry about that one. And 600 plus one at 600. What's it about? Yes, okay, well, we'll try that then. For some of those woody flavours. 600. 2 decibels, that's fine. 1.6 drop, 1.5 decibels. It's probably here, isn't it? It is here, so it's done that already. Roughly. And then between 4 and 6, put a shelf in. 4 and 6, so let's do it around 5, and that's a shelf that gives it +1. So I mean, we're as good as there. I guess that's to get some of the air through. Okay. So now suggesting add soothe. You enjoying that loop? No, I'm not. Turn it off. Right, soothe. What's it saying? So focus band 200 hertz. Focus band. Didn't tell me which band. I guess maybe it doesn't matter which band. Oh, let's go with band 2. Hell with it. Right, so focus it at 200 hertz, and then -3. Okay, done that. And depth at quite high. Okay, high depth. Sharpness 5. I mean, I guess the thing with doing it like this, almost mixing by numbers, which is, you know, it seems counterintuitive to me, but I guess the trick is to learn from this. Is the attack really in milliseconds? Or you would assume, well, I'm going to assume. Yeah, 1.3. I think it's. Yeah, right. It says 150 milliseconds. Well, this thing doesn't go to that, so very confusing. I'm going to switch these up to save me some processing power. Again, I think I've mentioned before. Input and output, it can do differently, so it does make for a longer export, but it means you've got a bit more to play with in the machining. Let's have a listen. Oh, I've got a compressor on there already. Turn that off. I mean, it feels a little bit crushed to me. So I'm gonna draw this back, maybe half the recommended amount. And then we'll see how that sits in the mix with the bass. Nice. Right, now it's now suggesting we pop in a bit of true iron to get I'll read it in a second. Right, so put in true iron for the reed harmonics. Okay. Okay, now it says model B, but again I don't that's just to compare, it's not a model, so I don't really know. Unless it means this is anything cool. No, I mean I'm obviously being a little dense. I really should read manuals, but I'm not going to start now. You know what, I'm going to go for the one that says Orchestra glue because right, so drive 1.2 to 1.5, so let's get 1.3. Strength medium, which is 5. 100% mix, see what it sounds like. Oh, well, I just saw that the output wasn't 100%. I mean, it's virtually inaudible to me. I'm sure pucker mixing ear holes can hear the difference, but right, and then a smart compressor at the end of the chain, ratio 2.1. Again, let's stop that loop, drive you crazy. Quite a quick attack, 20 milliseconds, release 120. Gain reduction to -3. Okay. All right. Well. Again, I'm not testing this whole thing, so okay. Let's cutting that top bit off a little bit nicer, shall we? Right, so the volume of that is now really quiet in comparison. So because I've raised that, I need to just check the compression is actually not throttling it too much. Okay, so it sounds alright in that section. I feel like it is a bass clarinet, but I feel like it wants a little bit. Oh, it's a bass clarinet. I typed in clarinet, didn't I? I bet you I did. Oh no, I did type in bass clarinet. Phew. No hangover gonna stop me, right? Still feel like it needs a little bit of reverb though. You know? Yeah. A little reverb or something. The volume's not awful. I think I might give it a plate reverb, perhaps. Let's see. So, Valhalla, outstanding piece of kit. So I'm going to try a plate reverb and see if this ruins things, and if it does, I will put a I still think the volume's a bit quiet. Oh, the gain is right down. Okay, so... yeah, I think let's... I think set that to 0, and then we'll double check the compressor again. So that will now changed. Quite harshly. I'll drag that now up so it's only masking the top 2. It's still not bad, although it did feel to me like it was crushing it a little hard. It's crushing it. Usually a good thing. Well. Yeah, let's take it up just a tiny bit. Okay, let's see where she sits now. It's not awful. Love it, that's it. That's my go-to. It's not awful. Right, fine. Who are we doing next? Let's try this clarinet and flute, because I know this one is quite a poppy one. Now I guess I did type in earlier into my good old AI woodwinds. Here we go, woodwinds, Spitfire woodwinds. So, right, got my ozone on there as before, which I've set up for woodwinds. So I'm not going to bother with that. That's okay. Happy with that. Here we go. So, high pass filter. High pass filter. AT2120. Let's go for the 100 then. Over 100. There or thereabouts. Perhaps we can see it. I don't know why it doesn't have the analyzer on as default. There would be so much more use. Right, I've definitely got a bit of raspiness in there. Right, so muddiness is 200 to 500. So let's have a look at about 350. That's already dropped a bit, so... Okay, not too bad. Oh, any honk. Is there a... So yeah, find a honk. Any honk, 700 to 1k, so it's gonna be this kind of area. Okay, let's see if... I mean, that was a bit honky, wasn't it? Near the end when the clarinet kicked in. that a little and push it up. I don't want to take that much out of it. Okay, that's not too bad. Soothe. So I need something to soothe my head today. Soothe, what are you saying? Mild depth. Any harshness or resonant peaks. Exposed solos or ensemble runs. Okay, well then it may not be in this. So orchestral nose job. Found that to be quite good before. And more. It is good, isn't it? Right, that has cleaned it up a little bit. It's taken the volume down a tiny bit more than I would like. That's good. Okay, right. So, and a light compression. I just need to see how my computer's actually running soon. Again, I'm basing this on this area, so it's easier when you've got them bumped down to audio parts. You can see which bits are peaking. It's far harder when you're looking at the MIDI part. Obviously, you kind of got to just remember. It's not my forte. Right, 2-1 to 3-1. Okay, so we'll go 2.5. Let's see where we're at. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the low ones that really. I only want a curb. I only want to curb off that heavy stuff. Otherwise leave it free. Okay, good. Nice. That's that woodwind. So let's see how she works in with these guys. Oh, I haven't done the bowed bass yet. I'll tell you what, we'll do that quickly now. Okay. I suspect it's not that dissimilar, but we have got a smart EQ on here. Already set up for the bowed bass. Low pass filter at 30. Put the analytics on so I can see it. Analyzer even. Try to take some of that real low end sub out. That sounds pretty good actually. So let's give it a little plus at 70. Well, I'm pretty sure I am already plussed at 70. I am, so I don't need to worry about that. Take out 180 Hertz, drop by 2. 180 minus 2. Okay. $350 minus 1. Again, I think that has probably done that already by the looks of it. Oh no? No, maybe not. It's peak tip. Okay. 350 minus 1, yes. Okay, so not a lot in that one. A little plus at 1.2. Again, it's, I assume it's for the string sound, the bow sound. Go up a little there, yeah, it's fine. And then to get some air realism at 5. Well, this whole section here is already, it's already pretty airy to me. I think you can get a good glimpse of the bow action, as it were. Right, so I'm suggesting we put a soothe on here as well. Let's do that again. Let's turn the loop off for you. You've heard that 100 times now. Right, so 150 hertz. Let's go with band 1, 150 hertz, and -2. Oh no, I see. I've realised I've misread that. Right, 150 for hertz to 2 kilohertz. Right, okay. And then more depth is pretty good. Sharpness maybe a little much, according to this. But again, our ears will be the judge. So attack quite quick. 0.3 and release 1.2. Let's see. Again, the only thing I would say is it maybe drops the volume a little further than I would want. Possibly, but I need to listen to it in the mix. So anyway, let's just test the before and after. I mean, I don't know about you, but again, my ears are not really going. You can see it working, but my ears aren't really good enough to actually detect it. They have been battered for years, to be fair. Hence these very cool headphones that try and compensate the fact that you've been sat in front of massive PAs and speakers for the last 25 years. Right, true iron. Give it a little 1.8. Medium strength we have. Mix 100%. Okay, cool. So that should get us a bit more transients, which again I could probably see over here on the shaper if I was paying attention. And then a little compression. What does it say on the compressor? So 2.5 ratio. 2.5. I'm going to imagine it's quite quick, yes, 25 seconds. 150 on the release. Gain reduction of only 2 to 3, minus 2 to 3 decibels. And given this is playing fairly consistent and I've done it on fixed velocity again, it should be pretty good across the whole thing. I think it's the only place it features anyway, to be honest. Okay, fine. So let's bypass all the inserts. Let's see the difference. I mean, apart from it being incredibly quiet, which makes it nigh on impossible for me to tell. Okay, so less is more, right? So it's not made a huge difference to the sound, that's pretty good. Let's see how she sets in with these. A little bit quiet. Let's maybe get a reference from the pizzicato bass. Oh, that's a lot louder, so the gain is right down again. Let's set the gain to 0. Yeah, this could be painful. I'm going to lower that. Okay, I feel that's kind of rivaling. I don't need it to be as loud, but nice. So readjust the compressor again, because that will be now over taming it. You can hear that kicking in, can't you? Because it's crushing the hell out of it. It's even less. Just realised I've got another compressor in the A zone. So I need to ease off. Some of that movement in there. Recheck this compressor again. It's annoying, you can really hear it cut in. That even these old ears can actually hear. Well, okay, I'm not sure if that's gone a bit too far. Anyway, let's try it with other stuff. That's better. Okay, that sounds pretty good. I just realised I'm shouting a bit. Too loud in my ear holes.